Hey, this is Brian, the Dev Team Coach. I just wanted to share with you, this is my first video. Actually, it's my second video. Have you ever had that happen to you where you record a video the whole time and you never hit record? I was doing really good. I got all the stuff down. I made it sound really smooth and intelligent and stuff, but hey, if you don't press the record button, you get nothing. So I'm Brian, I'm the Dev Team Coach. I did a bunch of research and talked to a whole bunch of software developers last fall, senior developers, senior software engineers, and I discovered three things that really give them a pain. And I just wanted to share those with you and see if you had the same issues or if you knew of other issues that are plaguing and tormenting you as a senior software engineer. And if you need to PM that to me, that'd be great too, because I'm always looking to learn. After I talked about the three things, I've got two things that surprised me about what a high-performance software engineering team is and looks like. So stay to the end. Some of them were challenging. I didn't like the answers, but after I thought about them and sank in, they made sense. First thing, senior software engineers or dev team leads are looking for is a team of developers that really dig in, take ownership of the process, take ownership of your development methodologies, take ownership of questioning the code, doing the code reviews, giving feedback to other developers, questioning the architecture, and bringing their value and their experience into the architecture. So many times they just do what they're told and they go in their little box. That's kind of the nature of a software developers. Oh, let's get in our thing there. I remember back in the day, I used to go to the Denver Visual Studio Users Group, and I would come into the room. The room seats about 250 people, and people would be sitting and scattered all about the room as far apart from each other as possible. And I would come into the room, I would find a seat as close to as many developers as I could, and I would try to get an engaging conversation between them. And that's what we want on our dev teams. We want an engaging conversation where everybody's coming together, talking, communicating, and creating a better dev team. The second thing these senior dev team leads or senior developers were looking for in their teams is getting their top developers to stick around. One of their fears is, hey, if I invest in them and they start contributing and adding to the program, they're going to leave and go to another company, go to another project. And that is a headache that you may be experiencing as a senior dev team lead. The third item, and maybe one of the biggest ones, is being honored and respected by the C-suite, the company, and the other departments outside of the software development team or the engineering team. And feeling like they're talking and they're not being listened to, they're getting asked questions, they're giving too much information, or they're not getting enough information back, or they're getting scolded, and then it's just that bad space. What I'm doing with all that research and all that stuff is I'm creating a mastermind group for software development team leaders. Whether you're just a senior engineer on a small team of 3 to 10 developers or something bigger, I'm looking for 8 people to join that team. And if you aren't familiar with the mastermind, it's not group coaching, so to speak, but it's a group coming together of highly motivated individuals to pour into, help each other, point out blind spots for each other, share best practices with each other, and just have a relationship with in that pursuit of high-performance software development. So if you are one of those folks, I'd love to have you come in and we can try to address the problems of getting our development team to be invested, be enrolled, be engaged and active in creating our software, giving them that culture and environment where they want to stay and continue to grow and have that opportunity to grow and want to be part of your team, and put us in a position where we can communicate with the C-suite owners and company in a way that gives them what they need and gives us the feedback and response that helps us feel honored and respected. That's part one. Part two, the two things that I didn't quite like about my research. One of the questions that I talked about when I reached out to developers was, what does a high performance dev team mean to you? The first one I didn't like or care for was that all the developers should be senior developers. And it took me a while to choke on that one. I'm not fully bought in, but some levels of senior developer are going to be a higher performing team. And so as I thought about it, I'm like, well, yeah, it's going to cost more, but high performance costs more. But things are going to get done. They're going to get done right. And if you have the culture where they're communicating and investing themselves in the project, a group of all senior developers are going to thrive. Sure, there's a few tasks here and there that are going to come up that maybe a mid or junior developer could handle, and that's where my rub comes with that one. But if you want a full-on senior developer team, we've got automation and tools and systems to do some of that more mundane work. The second one that I didn't like because of COVID, because of the opportunities that technology and software give us, was that high performance software dev team, the ideal team is together in one place. The developers are there, the QA's there, the scrum master's there, the product owner there, the project managers are there, all together in one place, face to face, nearby, on the bone tables where you can just say, hey, what's going on over there? I didn't like that at first because I love working remote. I love living up in northern Minnesota here in the woods, having nice cabin-y look on the walls, serving teams across the country. But when it gets right down to it, high performance dev teams are in person. If you don't have these two items, can you have a high performance? Sure. But it's a give and take. And it's about that culture and that awareness of what's going on. So I didn't like those two. Dev teams need to be together, and dev teams need to be all senior dev teams if you're going to be the ultimate highest performance dev team you want. So that's it for today. My name's Brian. I'm the dev team coach, and this time I did press record to record this. Thanks a bunch. Let me know what else you want to hear as you pursue your high performance dev lifestyle.